एक्सेप्ट કરી દે ને 80 સ્ટાફમાં. Let's begin with the today's session. So Mr. Pranta Vora is available with us. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, Patel sir, I can hear you.
Yes. So our team members have joined. Right now, the 15 members have already joined. 2-3 team members are still coming to attend this particular session. So today we have invited Dr. Pranta Vora for the sessions of Python. He is the expert Python trainer. He is working with the particular institute, that is academic institute. Let me give the brief details about the Prantau. He is accomplished academicians having 12 years of experience with verifiable track record of delivering and transforming knowledge to the knowledge seekers. Uh, Practice in the educational environment, learning and teaching, machine learning, AI, PHP, WordPress, JavaScript, jQuery, AngularJS, and other new technology to improve the quality of deliverables. His responsibility includes teaching, college website management, IQAC coordinator, student counselor, workshop and seminar coordinator, project guide, sport activity monitor, student mentor, placement assistant, and he is doing much more activities related with the teachings. So now I would like to invite Dr. Branta Vora to start the sessions on the Python.
Thank you very much, Patel sir, for a wonderful introduction. Good afternoon to one and all. Friends, as per the timing given from the Patel sir, I found these 40 minutes are very short. So without wasting a time, straight away, let me share my screen and start with today's discussion.
Yes.
This session would be little bit monotonous because as I have said, we have limited time. So in this 40 minutes, I will be able to deliver only. And at the last 5 to 7 minutes, I will be able to entertain your question. Friends, I am basically Gujarati person. Gujarati મને આવડે છે. I'm working 12 years, as sir said, my experience 12 years. So in MCA college, I used to deliver my session in English and Hindi bhi mujhe aata hai. So feel free to ask any question. But as I said, it will be a kind of monotonous session. Only I will be delivering because I have lots and lots of content to deliver on this particular topic. So let me start with my presentation. Some annoying noise is there. If participants can mute themselves. Okay, thank you. Okay, let me skip this slide. This is simple my introduction. Okay, now why Python? Why we should go with Python? Now again, like any academician or politician, if they will be able to get the chance to grab a podium, they will keep on speaking. So let me break that kind of mentality, and I will directly move from theory to the practical to keep this session live. Why Python? Why we should go for the Python? Friends, Python, it's powerful, flexible, open source language. It is very easy to learn and use. Powerful libraries are there, and the reason for the its popularity is its versatility, big data availability, cost of ownership. Now in my regular session, all these individual topic take my 10 to 8 minutes to describe why Python is powerful. The reason for its popularity is versatility, big data availability, and all that. So you all are working personals and you are having 3 to 15 years of experience. So no need to go in deep with all these points. Why Python is popular. Friends, Python is working. Python is available in different domains. Specifically, if we talk about Python for web development, Djung framework is there, Flask framework is there, and modestly speaking, I have not touched web development aspect of Python. Moreover, I am dealing with ML, machine learning problems, and I am solving machine learning problems using Python framework. Now, if you will go and develop a web application using Djung or Flask, all the heavily available resources, library files, rich library files are ready to use available in this framework. I have just started exploring Flask framework, but I have not yet worked in Djung. It is a high level Python programming web framework. Same like if you are familiar with .NET technology, MVC architecture is there. For PHP, we do have CodeIgniter or Laravel is available. Same way, Python, core Python is there, and in Python, these different web for Python web development, these frameworks are available to develop web application. Yes, this is where my role comes into the picture. Machine learning libraries. In Python, lots and lots of machine learning libraries are available. Scikit-learn is there, NumPy, Matplotlib, TensorFlow, Keras, then Pandas library file. All these essential Python libraries are, if any of you are from the commerce or statistical background, we used to write sums from 10 to 35 minutes, statistical sums, x minus x bar, y minus y bar, underscore root, and lots of difficult and lengthy formulas were there. It took, as I said, it took 10 to 35 minutes to solve one particular problem. Now, what about if I want to solve 25,000 of different problems in fraction of second? For that, this kind of library files are going to help us. Scikit-learn is there, SciPy is there, NumPy. Python is plain paper. You can say Python is plain paper. By simply including this NumPy, you will be able to work with arrays, list, multi-dimensional arrays. Simply by including in this plain paper, simply by including scikit-learn into there, you will be able to deal with machine learning libraries. Now, what is machine learning? What is supervised and unsupervised? We'll talk on it a little bit. Then Matplotlib. What is Matplotlib? If you want to plot a graph, pictorial representation is much more easy to understand. For that, we can have Matplotlib. We can include Matplotlib and plot different really eye-catching and attractive plots using Matplotlib. Panda in Python, I have practicals available. I'll show you after this PPT over. I'll take you to the Google Colab. In that, we'll do web scraping and whatnot. If you want to deal with database, NoSQL database, Python is the best library available in Python. With the help of pandas, you will be able to deal with database. You will be able to frame data, raw data into the structured data, and then you can further work on it. TensorFlow and Keras, they are much more higher library files, and it requires GPU and TPU. They won't work in your normal CPU. TensorFlow developed by Google, Keras, that is another separate API available. Both of these libraries we will be able to add into the Python notebook. And then high level computation, AI, and in AI, artificial neural networks, you can add n number of neurons. That is not feasible actually. We don't want to add n number of neurons, but just for the sake of we can it's in normal speaking, we can add n number of neurons, but after adding 3 to 4 layers, it would be very healthy and very competitive and complex network will be generated if you will add number of, if you will keep on adding number of layers in artificial neural networks. For that, this TensorFlow and Keras, these library files are much more easier. They make it very easier. Now, machine learning approach. Now, before we go to the machine learning approach, let me go out of this particular presentation. I found it boring. We'll come to these 2-3 slides which are remaining later on. Friends, I have shared my entire screen. Are you able to see the browser also?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Now see, friends, Python, I can write Python code in different options are available with me. I can download Anaconda, and in Jupyter Notebook, I can write Python code. Now, how to learn Python? See, friends, I have completed my doctorate recently in the month of March this year. It took me 4.5 years, but frankly speaking, I have completed my entire PhD work in just less than 1 month, and these 3 are my PhD files: web scraping, text mining, and model deployment. That's all, and all these are available in Python. Let me simply show you what I do with my student. This is simple Python crash course. Okay, now what kind of this environment is? Anyone having any idea? Have you ever worked with Google Colab? Say yes or no. Okay, no, then it's good for me. A teacher, as a teacher, I can teach you anything which you don't know. Just for the fun. Friends, Google Colab is environment to run Python code, and it is provided by the Google. And as I have discussed in the PPT in its explanation, if I want to deal with a huge amount of data, normal CPU won't work. So in my PhD, I have scrapped thousands and thousands of records from the website, different websites like Amazon, Flipkart, and all that. And if I want to work with them, I might have required to set up a supercomputer. But in Google Colab, it is providing me CPU and GPU. If I will it's okay, yes. This is simple Google Colab. Go to the Google and simply write Google Colab. Everybody is having Google account, and so do you have like YouTube, you have Google Classroom, like you have Google Docs, you have Google Colab account. You just need to start with it, and all the files you will be creating in Google Colab will be stored into your Google Drive. You will be getting this kind of differently colored folder available in your Google Drive, Google Colab notebooks. And in these Google Colab notebooks, I do have this Python crash course available. All these are theory. I can add code as well as text from here. Let me add a text. I can type anything, lots and lots of tutorial available, how to make bullet, how to underline it, how to highlight any particular segment, how to add image and all that. So I'm not going into that. This is what the normal text I have prepared for my students. Python crash course, what is different kinds of data type, how to write if condition, how to iterate loop and all that. And this is what the practicals of it. I can write anything over here. I was simply explaining what is data type, number data type, then how to assign value to the variables. Any variables will be converted into appropriate data type. Just like a PHP, we need not to specify what kind of data type of that particular variable. and it's very easy to deal with. It will take, if you are having your fundamentals clear, it would take maximum 3 weeks. Your continuous efforts are more than sufficient 3 weeks efforts to master any particular programming language. So Python is very easy to learn. If I will share this particular file with you, it is self-explanatory. You will be able to get everything, what is happening over here, how to print the value of variables and all that, what is list. Okay, so same way I have created, let me go into the, you might not be interested in all these silly stuff, what is different types of data types and set theory and all that. Let me go to the web scraping part. See friends, this is my PhD stuff. This is a Selenium framework. I have imported a different Selenium framework, pandas library file to deal with database and all that. Friends, frankly speaking, it will take your maximum 2 to 3 weeks to master all these things. All the things are readily available on the Google. Simply try to understand it, copy paste it, and simply execute it. I have executed this particular block of code to speed the things up. That's why this green tick is available over here. Now, in this particular code, I am trying to scrape the data from the Flipkart website. Let me take you to the Flipkart website. See, if I want to scrape the data from Flipkart, what is the rating of this particular product and what is the review user has written in for this particular product. So this bunch of code, see these few lines of code is available, getting me everything. For that, you need to learn how to reiterate the for loop, how to deal with X path. Lots and lots of knowledge is required. And I have, let me run this code. See friends, it's getting me error over here. Now, for that, I need to explore. Flipkart is also not willing to avail its data very easily. So it's keep on changing its structure. By exploring, see, by exploring its XML file, I am trying to iterate through its available data. See, this is user 1 information, this is user 2 information, this is user 3 information, and so on. What I want is I want all these different ratings and review so that I can further work on it. For that, Flipkart has changed its class name. I am trying to find the element by its class name, and I'm supposed to change this particular class name. So it was this actually. You need to shuffle into all these things, and I have found out that this is what the change Flipkart has made. So I'm simply updating my code and rerunning this particular block of code. And see, I am page in range 1 to 6 means I am trying to fetch the data from 5 different pages only. See, if I will go next, total 172 number of pages are available. I am trying to fetch data from 5 different pages only. If I want to fetch the data from 100 different pages, then I need to go to the runtime, change runtime type. I have GPU already because I used GPU only. But if you will keep it none, then normal your machine's CPU will be work. If you want to use GPU or TPU, you will be able to use it for free. Up to 12 GB of RAM size is also available for you. Now I have scrapped by writing this entire code. It is not, it is beyond the scope of this session to explain this code. But by executing this code, I have scrapped this kind of users rating and review from 5 different pages. Let me show you over here. Let me add one block of code and let me say table. From series, PD stands for Panda, and in data frame, whatsoever I have scrapped, users review and rating, I have scrapped is converted into this table, and simply let me run this code. So see this. I am able to scrap all this data. Whatsoever the user has written review as well as its rating. From 5 different pages, each page is containing 10 reviews. So from 5 different pages, I have scrapped 50 reviews and rating from individual users. And this is the huge industry, huge industries. By implementing web scraping, you recommend a product. Friends, in my college, we were having FDP on machine learning, and for that, we have visited one industry in Ahmedabad. I forgot the name of company. A person was over there explaining us if you will be providing one single record, prospectus, most likely a person, a record, a user to purchase anything. Means Amazon, Flipkart, they all want to increase their sales. By implementing this kind of machine learning algorithms and providing that, okay, this Mr. X, I found this record, and this Mr. X most likely to purchase this trolley. Please recommend this trolley on his homepage screen. For each record, Amazon, Flipkart are ready to pay $5 for each record. And you have to do nothing. You simply need to run a code and you will get the output. And everything is available with the help of machine learning. Let me go back to the PPT. Now, remaining talk is over here. Friends, I have talked about Flipkart, Amazon. Now, what is ML? What is machine learning approach? And what is a traditional approach? Whatsoever the kind of software we are developing, whatsoever kind of program we are writing, we are providing data to the computer, we are providing program to the computer. Computer will work upon it and we will be able to get the output. In machine learning approach, what is happening? We are providing data, and data is not like single employee data or single student data. Data it is a huge data, big data. We are providing huge data to the machine as well with its appropriate output. Means we are having tons and tons of data with its appropriate output. We are providing both of these to this machine, and machine will give us a model, so that in future we will be providing only data and machine will provide us what would be the appropriate suitable output for that particular record. Now, how this approach is functioning actually? See this, friends. This image is I guess 10 months back, when in last sem, when I was taking machine learning to my students in last semester. Every single minute, this is what happening. Few millions of likes in Instagram, few millions of hours watched in Netflix, and few millions of search on Google and whatnot. Now, based on Facebook like and Twitter's tweet, if I want to predict what would be the next government of India, can I? Yes, it is. It is possible, friends. With the help of this kind, once we will analyze all this data. See, currently in this meeting, I do have 20 participants available, including me. Whether this particular session is fruitful or not, simply I will take a vote, and 10 out of 20 will say, okay, yes, no, I will observe your screen, I will observe your movement and all. Based on this, I will recognize. If I will tell you, please turn on your camera, you will turn on your camera based on your facial recognition, how you are feeling, what kind of feelings are there on your face. By recognizing that, I will be able to know, okay, that these many number of people are interested in this session, or this many not. So my session is not so okay, or else my session is very great. But based on these 20 faces, I can observe it through my naked eyes. And what about if I'm delivering these 200 uh, 200 employees, or a crowd is of 200? It won't be easy, and it is not possible for me to recognize their feelings, facial recognition, through my naked eyes. So what I will do, I know if 20 or 2 people are there, based on their facial recognition, I will implement image processing. And based on image processing, I will teach machine, if this kind of facial expression is there, then that person is enjoying my session. If this kind of facial expression is there, then that person is not enjoying my session. I will give machine input as well as its appropriate output. Now you might be getting this point. You are getting input as well as its appropriate output for 20 different employees, or 20 different audience I do have in front of me. For that only I am providing. Now machine will learn based on given data, and whenever new data will come into it, machine will provide. When I am delivering the same session in front of the 2000 uh, audience of 2000, then all the CCTV will be capturing facial recognition, facial expression of each and every individual. And yes, we do have hi-fi CCTV cameras available in this era. We can get that information, and without no need of any feedback, based on facial expression, we can identify whether that particular speaker is good or bad. So I have simply brief you little bit about machine learning. If you are having huge number of data, then how to deal with it. So this is what the image based on which we can identify, okay, in some span we will be having a huge amount of data, and if you want to deal with it, yes, Python is very good option for it. Now, need for machine learning: continuous improvement, automation in everything. Each and every point in this particular slide will take 5 to 15 minutes to talk on, but I'm simply scrolling it. Trends and pattern identification, wide range of applications because of new computing technologies, and lot many reasons are there. You should go for the machine learning. Applications of machine learning. Yes, this is very interesting. Fraud detection. If you are using your credit card, now how to identify one particular customer cheated, or he is facing fraud, how to identify that fraud is happening with one particular customer. So this is same. I'm same example. 20 different audience I can recognize through my naked eyes. 20 different credit card customers. Yes, I can monitor their usage. In monthly, they are using 2 lakhs to 8 lakhs per month. Their transaction is in between this. But if suddenly 120 lakh transaction is happening, then yes, obviously the red signal must be alerted. So for that, machine learning is there. Web search result is there, then real-time ads on web pages. Machine learning is everywhere. Credit scoring is there. Predicting of equipment's failure in huge giant plant, in mechanical engineering field, this is also applicable. And huge amount of work is happening in this particular mechanical engineering. New pricing policy, and all these applications are as I will say, this PPT will take me another 1.5 hours to discuss in very great details. Email spam filtering based on text. What kind of text? I will be able to judge it based on a couple of emails. But is it feasible to read each and every email? No, it is not. So I will simply teach my machine that if this kind of text is there, then put it into the spam, put it into the update filter, put it into the promotion filter. So machine learning is everywhere. For that, different areas you need to explore. If we talk with this, for this email, you need to explore text mining, how to deal with text, natural language processing, how people are writing. If we talk about sentiment analysis, you need to deal with image processing, and lot many things are there. No, thank you and question and answer. I have to show you one more thing. If you want to explore Python or R, both are the same similar language for machine learning. Go to the Kaggle. Simply type Kaggle. You will be getting this kind of link very first. Kaggle.com. I do have my account. I have directly logged in into my account. You need to create your account and then you can log in into it. See in home page, you will see welcome to Brantava and everything. Go to it. Competitions are running over here. You will be able to fetch good amount of rewards also. Data set. As I said, if I will be having 20,000 of audience and image processing on it, it would be clumsy task. Who will go to the audience, who will set up a camera and all that? Friends, over here, you will be able to get huge amount of data set readily available to implement all your machine learning algorithms, deploy it on it directly. If you want to write a code, you can go here and write a code. New notebook. All the code, see COVID, I can write Python as well as R. Both the languages are supported over here. This GUI is changed. You will be able to, I don't know where is. Yes, see from here, you can change the language from Python to R. Both are providing the same, more or less like same functionality. I am familiar with the Python, but I'm less familiar, or I can say I am not working with R language. I have little bit explored it, but Python is having a huge community. You will get any kind of help online on Python. And you might be interested in this project. I was exploring this project, one of the tutorial, and I personally communicated with the person who availed this particular project. Just for the sake of teaching learning aspect, I have demonstrated this project to my students, and you will also get real time insight from this particular project. Congratulations, you just got some contract work with an e-commerce company based in New York City that sells clothing online, but they also have in-store style and clothing advice session. They are having it. It is somewhat silly when I read it first time. I thought, what e-commerce, and they are also having in-store styling session, and customer will go back to the home. They could now order online or use a website or use mobile app or whatnot. So is it feasible? So when I communicated with them, yes, it is actually happening over there in New York. There is a e-commerce website. Its site is available. They are having their website also, and they are having their mobile app also. They wanted to know, when a customer is entering into the store for counseling. In India, a country like India, we just go to the store, we will purchase whatever the pant, shirt, t-shirt, we like it. Over there, they are having this counseling session, styling session, whether this particular kind of clothes will be available, will be suitable for me or not. After doing that exercise, they go back to the home, and based on their counseling session, they might order online via their website or via their mobile app. So these e-commerce giant, they wanted to know where they should spend more, whether they should improve their website or a mobile application. So see this, the company is trying to decide whether to focus their efforts on their mobile app experience or their website. And for that, number of users spent, number of hours on session in store, number of hours or minutes spent on website, on mobile phone, and all that. Oh my god, it's just 5 minutes left. So let me see all these beautiful counts are available within a fraction of second. Simply see this Seaborn library, matplotlib. I told you initially into the session, all these library files are available. Okay, yes, this is exercise. This is not solution. Student supposed to import appropriate library file both and write a code to get this kind of output. See this beautiful explanation of each and every field across another field. You will get the explanation. Linear regression has been implemented, and final conclusion was that company should focus more on app compared to website using this coefficient. But sorry, there is no time to discuss it in detail. So yes, now Q&A, question and answer.
It was a great, wonderful session. Yes. Please, audience, you can ask the questions. We have 2 minutes left. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions to directly Mr. Vora.
No, it's okay. Means it was a great session. So we can ask the questions next time now when we needed length discussion with him. But the session was great. The session was excellent. So we can incorporate lot many things from this.
Yes, definitely. We can invite Branto again for the later on sessions for a more session,
Sure.
in-depth session, practical sessions.
Sure, that will be great.
So
that
team,
will be great.
we are having 1 minute. If you have any questions, we can ask the questions.
Team members, if you have a question, you can just drop down the question and then we'll ask him and we'll reply to you. That's okay.
Yes, that is a good idea. Collect a question, fire a mail to me. I'll be more than happy to answer.
So that will be a great thing. So if you have any questions, you can drop down the mail to us. That's okay. Okay. So we'll send the details to him and we'll get the feedback from him.
Yes.
It was a great session.
So I would
by the
like
way.
to. Yes.
Thank you.
I would like to thank you, Branto Vora, for sharing your valuable time with us, and all the team members have enjoyed your sessions very well. And we will definitely come again with you for in-depth sessions on Python and much more things. Thank you very much, Mr. Branto.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.